So once again, I'm back at the elderly home and I want to go through this SuedOstSchweiz newspaper in a kind of noisy atmosphere. Not really noisy. People are older in here and they talk quietly. So what caught my eye was some article further back. Well, here it's about the zebra stripes. That's what they are called in Switzerland. Now, here I'm not really sure. It's the WEF, the World Economic Forum, which is topic. And we have some articles right here. And furthermore, in Switzerland, if you have a household, you need to pay for television, radio, and this firm that's nowadays handling the pays has got some problem that they need to solve until end of February, it says right here. I'm not really interested in that article either. So here it's again the WEF. I remember when the WEF was happening ages ago in Zurich, there were lots of riots. And then it got really quiet about the WEF and nobody was really demonstrating until a few years ago people again started to have demonstrations because it was like the saying going around, it's not a topic anymore. It happens every year in Switzerland. So here they say that the police had quite a bit of work, they call it. Yeah, so there they are standing even on top of that hotel. And that's how it looks like if you want to enter. Well, what caught my eye was well, this is the Swiss Alpine Club, and they say that the mountain, which is called Tödi, which is admired by the Indians as a Swiss Kailash, has had a record year. They had like lots of people going there, even though the Tödi is somewhere up there. They have said that on the north they have landslides happening, so it's dangerous to go there. Right now there is warnings out not to go on the north of the Tödi because of landslides. So what a coincidence. It's dangerous to go there, certain routes, but on the other hand, people are still pilgriming there. So that's just a bit weather. It's not that cold anymore, and the snow that has been because of northwest winds has stopped as well. So now this was on top when I saw this newspaper, and I wanted to talk about this Theresa May and Brexit stuff, because there was times when I was into Miles Mattis and Ed Kerini at the same time, and Ed Kerini goes saying that, and now really listen up, Theresa May is Lady Diana. That's what he says. And then when I was writing to him, yeah, you're right, Theresa May is pouching her lips the same way as Lady Diana was, he wrote back, yeah, you made a good observation there. But now, as times have passed, I go saying it's not as easy as that. Theresa May is an individual by herself, and Ed Kerini is just misleading people again, like others do, like David Icke with the reptilians and others with other topics like UFOs and aliens and stuff like that, to not be looking at the real topics. Like, he got a topic there saying that people kind of make those shootings and bombings, and in the end, when it ends up in the media, it's not considered being lying, because no one has ever said that on these private media, like television stations, you would just see the truth. And also when actors take part in these bombings and shootings and no one gets hurt, there is no need that someone wants to sue someone. So the police are just having their drills like on 9/11. So that's the truth about his saying that there is imposters, or let's say actors acting on these shootings and bombings and actually drills, like any of those. And even Miles Mattis, he says the same. He says that with the Salem murderers, it started that the elite was doing these fear-based plays in real life and then putting them on the media for different reasons. Yeah. So that's the truth, the true part about Ed Carini. But her being Lady Diana just isn't true. Lady Diana probably got old and she wanted to retire, so they made her die, as they do. They have these shootings and bombings which aren't true, and the people dying in accidents and killing themselves, which aren't true. So yeah, that's what caught my eye. Like here we have it. There is a car bomb in North Ireland. So they say 4 people have been questioned by the police, and on the island the angst is growing because they don't want to suffer new cruelties because of Brexit. And if you ask me, this Ireland problem with the Catholics and the Protestants was a manufactured crisis there as well. Like a real-time, experiment on how people would really react upon people killing each other, because their people have been killed, like in Israel. So their people too are really not liking each other. It won't get easy to make those people get into peace, Ireland or Israel. So here we are again, World Economic Forum, committed to improving the state of the world. What a lie. This is the Schnabel, or Schwabe, how is he called? The founder? Schwab, he's called. But he's probably one of those actors, like he's not the one that really came up with the idea. It must have been some Bilderberger or Committee of 300 meeting where they said, let's have a real open meeting so then we can have all the secret ones in the background. So there are lots of press is pilgering there. I hope this is the right word for it. If you have a pilgrimage to certain places and you waste time therewith. Oh, this is the ETH pavilion. That's a new technologies kind of pavilion. And again, it's about a real future topic, computer. Well, they're not really improving the state of the world, because improving would mean that you would get rid of plastics, you would get rid of chemtrails, you would get rid of pharmaceuticals, you would get rid of tampering with the water and the air, you would get rid of like the plans of the immigrations to certain countries, overcrowding them and creating wars between the Christians and the Muslim in the near future. So that one would be a good commitment if you would do so. But I haven't seen any of these things happening since this World Economic Forum is happening. So yeah, here again, we know that Michael Sellner was on the Mediterranean Sea, and he proved that some kilometers away from Libya they take people and ship them to Italy. So there is no need to go saying you want to save people on the Mediterranean Sea because they are dying there, because they aren't. It's just this, again, agenda of making people come in masses to Europe. So in the end you have a dark-skinned European. In 500 years all the Africans will have left their countries and they haven't done any improvement there. I can tell you, but Europe will be totally crowded and you will have just one block of like a mall where people do their living at, and no land anymore. You will have different countries that will have to do the farming, and that's how it will be. That's the Agenda 21 on one hand, and this NATO and whatever, also Vatican agenda rolling out there. So yes, there is some health topic, then there is some places you can move to, then there is some sports. And yes. Well, now he's not doing so good anymore, the Swiss tennis player, Federer. So there, we are done. Blue blood moon is again. Wait, in Africa, Europe, North and South America, yesterday there was a total moon darkness, blood moon. At 5 something, the moon was in the Earth's shadow because of the clouds. The spectacle in Switzerland wasn't seen. In Prague, the picture was taken. Wow, I didn't know. They said 4 blood moons, you know, the Bible with its prophecies. And then there is going to be Nibiru coming and, we are all going to be in distress because of floods and stuff. So in 20... what was it, 17 or 16, when there was a blood moon, I was watching all night because I was still thinking that the Bible was true with its apocalyptic writing, the apocalypse. Yeah, so that one was Gilles Broussard I was into right then. And I believed what he said, so... Okay, so that was it about Theresa May. Yeah. Who is not Lady Diana?